Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY and on this video tutorial I'm going to show you how you can take some Dollar Tree books, $1.25, use a little hot glue, cut a few pages off, do a little bit of folding, add the flowers of your choice, and create a floral book arrangement, which can stand up on its own, and there are a zillion different possibilities for what you can do. Of course, I'm doing my usual cream. Cream with maybe a little tan or light brown, but honestly, you can use fancy florals. You could use, I'm using these, I think these are Sola wood flowers that I believe I got some of them at Goodwill, if you can even believe it. And then somebody sent me a bag of these many years ago. So, but you could use Dollar Tree flowers. You could even probably work it out to put some fresh flowers in it. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. What you're going to want is to get some hardcover books from your own shelf or from Dollar Tree if you have to. And here's what I think you want to pick out. Okay, so this is a book called Bethlehem. You're going to take the cover off. And your book is basically, your floral book arrangement is going to look like this. Okay, so in my opinion, this black would be a good color. This was a red book. I think if it was a Christmas type thing or a Valentine's type thing or 4th of July or something, red might work just fine. Otherwise, I think it's kind of loud. And another one I wanted to show you was this one. This is Clean Protein, and I think it's the same book that I actually have been working on. When you take the jacket off, I'm just going to need to clean up the back of this. I'll probably just paint it. But when you do a floral book arrangement with this, the book itself is going to kind of disappear. So you want to look for books that aren't a funky color, and hardcover is going to work the best. This is where we're going, and we'll finish this. This is the one I've been fiddling around with. As I'm explaining everything, I'm also going to talk about another way that you could do it. Oh, and speaking of floral book and flowers and books, did you see this video tutorial from last week? If not, let me know and I'll be glad to get you a link so that you can watch it. That was kind of fun. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is look to see how many pages are in the book that you're choosing to use. This one has 288. So I'm going to go to the center, which 288 divided by 2 is 144. So this is the center of my book. All right? And then you can grab however many pages you want at a time. It'll make it more, it'll make it easier to balance and more stable if instead of doing one page at a time, because we're just going to basically do this, if instead you do like 4 or 5 pages at a time. Okay, when I was working on this one, I learned something, because I did all my book folding, and then I came back to cut this part off, and you can see that my spine looks kind of messy. So I think it's going to be better to decide how high or low you want your flowers to be in this vase before you, so that you can cut them out before you start. So let me get a ruler. And this is personal preference. You can do whatever size you like. Okay, this book is basically 8 inches tall. And I'm going to take 2.5 2.5 inches off the top. Okay, I need a pin. So I really just need to mark 1. And then I'll be able to cut along the lines. Okay, so I'm going to cut a few pages at a time. I'm going all the way in. And cutting 2 or 3 or 4 or something like that. These are kind of going to be covered up, so I'm going to go 4 pages each direction. 4 groups of 4 each direction. Okay. Let's do this way now. I really do think that it will be easier to do it this way than the way I did after I had all my pages folded and kind of glued down. Okay, so hang with me. Because next we're going to take these pages, the top of these pages out. Okay, let's say that's enough. So look, I have this whole section. If I need to, I can add some more. Okay, so now I need to get rid of this top part. And the easiest thing to do is just to use an X-Acto knife and take your time and be careful. Put your glasses on so you can see what you're doing. I am going to cover this area up pretty good. So it doesn't matter if it's perfect. It'll have flowers covering it up. But I think this will be an easier way to get them out, pages out. These kind of X-Acto knives always scare me. Okay, just a little bit more. Whoops, wrong way. So I'm using Sola wood flowers. At the recommendation, I'll put her name, a gal who showed me how she does this. But again, you could use any kind of flowers that you like. And I have another idea if you want to basically make everything. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to put the lid back on here. These things make me scared. Okay, so I basically just took out these tops. You could save that for another craft project if you want, but I'm going to toss it. Okay, and then I'm going to go and I'm just going to start folding 4 pages at a time. You can fold them in or out, but here's something to think about. Okay, look at this. If I fold this particular page out, what do I have there? There's no print there. So I'm definitely going to fold this section in towards the center. And then I'm going to put a little squeeze of glue. I need another stick. Okay, so I did my first one. And I'll come back and do some more glue. Melissa Rose says she has a bunch of wood flowers and she's been wanting some ideas for them. Well, here's my flower situation. I love crafting with flowers, usually kind of neutral ones. But my sister got all the floral arranging skills of the family and I did not get those. So I might do a better job explaining how to do this book, and then you use whatever flower arranging skills that you have, you know, for, that means, okay. Okay, this book, I could keep cutting and take more pages out. And I think, actually, I will add another loop on this side, yeah, even though it'll be off-center just a little bit, because I don't want that empty page right there. Actually, I think that'll be fine. I am making a floral book arrangement. That is what I'm doing. Okay, so this one has a smaller vase. Right here. Than this one. But it honestly does not matter. It can be however you want it to be. Okay, then I like to have something happen in here on the edges before we start adding our flowers. And I got out this moss, this reindeer moss from Dollar Tree. But I tell you what, this stuff is so messy. So messy. So I pulled this out, and this is something, it's like a, I don't know. Well, it was $15.99, but I'm sure I didn't pay that for it because I've had this for 4 or 5 years. I probably got it when it was 40 or 50% off. Anyways, it's kind of greenery. It's just a long garland, and I've just been pulling pieces off of it for different projects. So let's just pull some off. We'll quickly glue those on, and then we'll start with the flowers. And you can finish this project up with like a lacy bow or whatever you would like. All right, let's scooch this out of the way. So I have some room to breathe here. Okay, so So I am going to clip some of these little, I'm pretty sure this came from Hobby Lobby. Clip these apart. I'm just clipping the end off of it. And I'm going to glue these pieces underneath this fold right here. Can you see what I'm talking about? Then I'll stick my page down over the top. Let's do 2 more. You can put a pair of scissors or a pin or something in here to get that glued down so that these are sturdy and not going to fall out. We are making floral books. I'm folding 4 or 5 for each one. Can you see that? I think if you just did one at a time, it's, I don't know, it might be more likely to tip over. Okay, and I'm laying mine down so that the greenery's sort of curving up. I cut 2.5 inches off the top, and that was, you know, why? I don't know. That just looked about the right scale to me. Let me measure this one because I cut this one too. And I only did 5 loops on this one. Okay. Oh, this other one is 2.5 inches too. Just by accident, because I thought that's what looked about right. But you can go further down. You don't even have to do this if you don't want. Okay, so it's glued down. We'll of course be adding more glue. But the next thing is you're going to want to start doing your flowers. And we'll tuck little bits of greenery in there. And I had one idea. I made these. These are pulled string burlap flowers. That's a standing one. This one is flat. And then they have Dollar Tree little burlap flowers in the center of them. This one just has a button. And it's standing. So I could do something like that, you know, if I wanted to, and tuck it in there good so it looked nice. But we're going to use these, like I said, we're going to use these solo wood flowers. Let me know if you would like to look at this video, and I'd be glad to grab a link for that. That was a few weeks ago, if you're watching live. Yeah, Cindy, thank you. It's 2.5 inches. All right. So I have this one, and it has 4 pieces of this green, whatever this stuff is. And I have this one. Let's start on this one. I want to put something kind of not as pretty in the back. And then a bigger something that's pretty in the center. And then I want to just kind of use a variety. Okay, let's use this one right here to just kind of get something that we can glue into. All right, now let's add, we're going to basically just start adding, this is pretty, let's put that in there. I want it basically to come out to the edge of where my little rolls are. And I'm using my low temperature hot gluing device, which you will get glue on your fingers, so I definitely recommend that you use something that is low temperature. Let's put this one right here. This is beautiful. Look at these flowers. I'm just piling some stuff in here. I'm trying to kind of mix it up. So this is a, this arrangement right here is off center. I'll show you what I mean. So I have a big one, a big white here, a big white and brown here on this side, and then I have 3 smaller ones on the other side. And then you can continue down here to add a few more flowers, looking for some different sizes of what I might have. You just absolutely never know what you're going to find at a thrift store. And I always look in the section where they have crafting stuff, because somebody probably ordered $20, $30, $40 worth of solo wood flowers. I'm pretty sure I have a few more. And then they didn't end up using it, and then they just donated it. So I probably didn't pay more than a couple dollars. I'm going to add a flower right here. Will help hold my greenery down there. I'm going to have some fun with all this glue that is everywhere. And then let's add a couple on this side. Oops. We're going to do this other one too, so stay with me. And I have a few that are some different colors, so I might use some darker colors for this one, this bigger one. Let's see, do I want to tuck a few more little ones in? Yes, I do. keep going. I will for sure come back and clean up my glue strings that are everywhere. You know what, I had one thought, and that is that I could do a little something like a little stencil from magnoliadiy.com right here. And that would be very pretty. I could also, I think I will, before I hop off, tuck in a few little pieces of this green stuff. Just looking to see, do I really want to? Yeah, let's add a little bit more. What the heck, right? Thank you. Catherine says it's lovely. Where did I get the flowers? Okay, these, I didn't purchase them. I did purchase them, but not from a new store. But you can get solo wood flowers online. I'm gonna look on the internet and see if they have any at Amazon when I'm finished, and I will get you that information if you would like it. What is that? Anyways, but I found mine at a thrift store at Goodwill, and then I also had somebody mail me some many years ago. I don't know if these are part of them or not. But, so here's the first one. Does this look like me? What do you guys think? And I could cinch or do a lacy bow or something on here. But I think it's just beautiful the way it is right now. What do you guys think? This is what it glue off here. Isn't it pretty? Do this or this if you liked it. Let's do this other book. Oh my gosh. That turned out so good. Okay, so this one is that diet book. Okay, and I did more groupings of pages with 3 or 4 pages here, 2.5 inches down, and I glued the greenery on either side just like I just showed you. And let's look. I'm always loving glue, but I'm especially loving glue this year. You know, it's going to be what I want or not. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Okay, I'm going to start with this one right here and just put it in the back. It gives me something here along the spine to glue to, and it just kind of covers that area up. If you're looking for like some projects to do for fall, oh my goodness, Dollar Tree has some pretty nice, I mean they're not high quality, but nice fall florals already. And so you could do a whole theme with reds and yellows and greens and browns and rust and all those awesome fall colors. Okay, what do we want to do here? Tuck. I'm just starting to layer outwards. And I'll layer outwards with some smaller ones so I don't completely cover up this one in the back. This is what it's basically gonna be looking like. So let's add another little one in right here. You could use that special floral glue if you wanted. I think if I do blue, it's going to be like ba-bing. You're going to really notice it. So I'm going to stick to my safe colors. I know I'm boring. Do another one of these right here. So I'm not doing a mirror arrangement. I'm kind of do something off center. And when I say that, it really makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about. It's not going to be, you know, completely the same on either side. So don't be too impressed. These are so pretty. I might have to order some more. Especially these ones in white. Oh my goodness. These are just gorgeous. So if you missed the beginning, I was telling you that you can use absolutely whatever flowers you have. Can you see how I've just started layering from the back forward? No, I don't want that right there. Put it right here. You could add some little bits of bling to it if you wanted. There's so many different things that you could do. This needs one more something right here. And then, those are too big. Let's do something smaller. Ooh, these are so pretty. I need another tan. Ooh, this one could work. Or this one. This, you guys, I have to tell you the truth here. This turned out prettier than I really thought it would. How about the sage colored ones? Oh, yeah, that could be really pretty, but I'm going to keep this particular arrangement. Oh gosh, do I have any more sage? Well, let me see. One. So we'll save this for something. This is way, way, way prettier than I thought it would even be. I need a little bit more of this green stuff here. Okay, look at this so far. Should I do another something on this side? Tell me what you guys think. I think so. Otherwise, it's going to look funny. Okay, we'll do that. Most of the time when I'm doing projects here on DIY Dreaming with flowers, I usually, whoops, I didn't glue that in yet. I usually kind of get a certain amount done, and then I have to think about it before I continue embellishing, but I'm just going for it here. Which one were you using? That one? Yeah. And I did 2 larger ones on this side, so I'm going to do 3. I needed 1 more little small cream. That will work right there. I'm going to get my hairdryer out and do some serious glue string melting here when I'm finished. If you guys are liking this video and this idea, I would love it if you would sprinkle this video to your social media and tell me what you think. And I'm going to review what the ingredients are with you in just a second. Let me just get this slightly picked up and then I'll show you what we've got. Okay. So this was the larger book. And you know that I'm looking at the scale and everything right now, and here's what I'm thinking about this one. It's lovely, but I think I could have gone down a little bit further, and I could have used some bigger pieces on this at the very top. What do you guys think? Isn't it pretty? So there's that one. And see how it just stands up on its own? And then here's this one. I think what I like more about this one is the black edges. What do you guys think? Let me lay these down so that you can maybe have a peek at both of them. And I want to show you one more thing here. Okay, I always look for these Reader's Digest books when I'm at Goodwill or any thrift store. And I was going to do something kind of beachy with this one because look at what the edges look like. Isn't that pretty? But the pages are so yellow, I don't think that was going to work. So they are pretty. But be looking for these. I usually pay $3 or $4 for them, $3.25 or something at thrift stores. And they are just really happy and fun. And I think you could do some fun projects. But the books that we used today are just Dollar Tree hardcover books that I took the little jackets off. And I would, if you're looking for that and you're going to do neutral, like me, then I'd be looking for white and black. You just take the jacket off while you're there in the store so you can see what it has, versus red. So those are my two little tips. So what do you guys think? Are you happy with how these turned out? I am. Oh my gosh, I'm more than happy. I think it's going to be very hard for me to get good pictures, so I will do that in just a little bit. The black edges really define it, Cheryl. Yes. Red for Christmas. Yep. Red for Valentine's Day. Red if it makes sense with the flowers that you're going to be using. It could be a patriotic arrangement. I mean, you can do anything. You can also use real moss, although I find that super messy. And you could make your flowers using burlap. These are pulled string flowers. So tons of potential out there for you to do something, that will go in your decor. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining me. I so appreciate it. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again soon. The craft projects that I do here on DIY Dreaming are always going to be pretty quick and easy because I have a short attention span and I'm kind of impatient. They're going to be affordable. These books were $1.25 a piece. The flowers I got at a thrift store, and somebody sent me some. The stuff I like to do is going to be affordable. It's going to be related 99% of the time to either faith, family, or flowers. And I like to do lots of flowers here. So I hope to see you again. On Sundays, I either do a live or a pre-recorded Christ in Crafting show, and I'd especially love to have you join me